My name is Ethan Pohlman. This is my spring break testimony. My Cornerstone campus minister, Andy Moore, reached out to me one night in the fall semester after Cornerstone. He asked me if I wanted to go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida for a spring break trip with Panther Habitat for Humanity. I was a little skeptical at first, but it wasn't a lot of money, and it seemed like it could be a lot of fun. The catch was that he needed the commitment and the money pretty much the next day. Somehow, he convinced me to go for it. God was working through him that night, because while I didn't know it then, this trip to Florida would end up being what I now consider the best week of my college experience so far. The Saturday of the spring break trip, I got into a van with Mike, my only other friend that I knew going on the trip from Cornerstone, and about 5 other strangers. Honestly, I was a little nervous. I had no idea what to expect, and I was trapped in a van with these people for the next 2 days. But I very quickly came to realize that I had nothing to worry about. We jammed to a ton of different genres of music, played ridiculous car games, and we began to open up about our lives. That first car ride was very symbolic of this trip as a whole. God challenged me with obstacles, tasks, decisions, new people, and new experiences, but He also gave me the tools to overcome everything that I was faced with. And in the end, He turned it all into a really rewarding experience. The main focus of the trip was the work days, where we built homes for these low-income individuals in habitat communities. This presented a challenge simply due to the nature of the work. Patience was key. Often the tasks we were accomplishing seemed small and pretty insignificant, but the fact is, each of us was a small part of achieving a greater goal. For me, the most rewarding point on the trip was after finishing putting down a layer of tar paper. It had taken a day and a half to complete, and afterwards, we were able to take a step back, look at it, and know that we accomplished something real, and it was going to go and help someone that needs it. This spring break trip was full of accomplishments. God challenged me either by placing me in an uncomfortable situation, position, or surrounding me with unfamiliar people, or by presenting me with a physically demanding task. Yet out of that, He inspired friendships that are going to last a lifetime. He filled my heart with a love for service. He opened my eyes to a great organization full of really caring people. He inspired conversations about Him. I had the blessing many times on this trip to open up about my experiences with the church and what my faith really means to me. God was at work in my life in this trip and was working through me to help others, starting with that seemingly impulsive decision to say yes to going on this trip. Thank you.